All right, so news just in. Former President Jacob Zuma has withdrawn his constitutional court bid to appeal the dismissal of his stay of prosecution application. Zuma's corruption case has been hanging over his head for almost 2 decades now. Let's get an update from the former president's lawyer, Eric Mabuza, who joins us on the line. Eric, thanks for your time. We appreciate it. So you've withdrawn this application regarding getting this case dropped altogether. Tell us why.
Well, you will have seen from the statement that the former president that he issued last time, and also the statement that has been issued today, that the former president has always said that he wants to have his day in court, and this withdrawal paves the way now for him to prepare for the trial so that he could demonstrate that he never benefited from any arms deal corruption or tried to evade a trial for that matter.
But, I mean, he did try to not allow that case to happen. He did go to court to oppose it.
Pardon?
He did initially go to the High Court to prevent the case from being heard.
That's quite correct. That's what happened. But the former president now has decided to remove all obstacles for the trial to go ahead without any further hindrance. And all of us must accept his bona fides that he now wants to go to trial to prove his innocence and to demonstrate to the whole of South Africa and for everyone to see.
Eric, I think we're having issues with your line. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I think we're having problems.
All right, so let's try and pick up the conversation, Eric, because, you know, many South Africans would wonder why the sudden change. I just need a bit more of an explanation because the former president has been several times trying to get these charges dropped. You even went to the Constitutional Court and then withdrew that decision. So what has changed?
All of us must accept the bona fides of the former president. He said in the previous statement, as well in this statement, that he wants to remove all obstacles which stand on the way for the criminal trial. He wants to go to the trial, to prepare for the trial, and to demonstrate to the whole of South Africa and everyone who cares to listen that he never benefited from any arms deal corruption or that he tried to evade the trial. He hoped to demonstrate his innocence in that regard.
I fully understand that, Eric, and I'm not saying that I don't agree with it or anything like that, but this action is in total opposite contrast to what we've seen over the past couple of years from the former president. He has tried very hard to get a court to throw out these allegations that are put against him by the NPA. Well,
we must accept his bona fides that now he has removed all the obstacles which stand on the way for the trial. You and everyone will have an opportunity to know what happened in the arms deal. All of us must be patient and allow for the trial to unfold. The application which was in the Constitutional Court, that chapter has been closed. Now there is a new chapter where everyone, all of us, must await the trial. We are busy with preparations for the trial so that we can go and demonstrate the innocence of the former president. And the whole of the country will have the opportunity to see the trial and make up their own mind. The former president also says that he wants to bring closure to this chapter so that the whole of South Africa can know who are the real beneficiaries of the arms deal and if there was any corruption in that regard. So we must all welcome this opportunity by the former president to go and face the trial, to go and face his accusers.
What do you mean by the former president has dealt with the obstacles and is now willing to go to trial? What are those obstacles you speak of?
He has removed all the obstacles, including the application that was pending in the Constitutional Court, and he's done so voluntarily. No one forced him to withdraw that application, and the main reason that he's withdrawn that application is to pave the way for the trial so that the trial can start in earnest.
Of course, you've recently taken over this case. Have you had enough time to go through everything, and are you prepared to go to court soon to defend Jacob Zuma?
Every day I continue to go through the preparations with a legal team led by Advocate Kakani SC, we continue with preparations to make ourselves and the former president ready for the trial when the trial starts.
And you're ready, set, go. When do you go back to court?
Well, you know that the trial is scheduled for the 6th of May, but there may be some complications about the movement. But as things stand, the trial is scheduled for the 6th of May. And so every day we ready ourselves for the trial, including the pre-trial preparation.
And Eric, you of course are in contact with Jacob Zuma. How's he feeling about this going forward?
The former president has told the whole of South Africa that he wants to go and face his accusers and tell the whole nation what really transpired with the arms deal.
And he's confident that's going to happen in this trial?
The trial provides an opportunity for everyone, including the former president, to get to the bottom of the matter. And all of us will have that opportunity to see for ourselves and to hear the evidence as it takes place. But he's also looking forward to confront his accusers. For far too long, people have been making allegations against the former president. Now the opportunity will be presented to them to testify and back up the story against the former president.